We go from Proverbs 21, verse 21 to 31. 21 says, "He who pursues righteousness and loyalty finds life, righteousness, and honor." God gives more He can give far more than you can imagine. And so when you pursue the right things, like righteousness, you actually end up getting more than what you pursue. You find life, righteousness, and honor. Matthew 5, verse 6. "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be satisfied." So you'll be content, satisfied, and receive more when you pursue the right things. Verse 22, "A wise man scales the city of the mighty and brings down the stronghold in which they trust." Many Proverbs talk about wisdom being far more precious than jewels, but also more powerful than powerful men. We trust in chariots, strong men, big armies, but it's actually the wise that bring down the cities. Verse 23, "He who guards his mouth and his tongue guards his soul from troubles." There's always a link between the tongue and the man. What you speak is what's from your heart, and so when you guard what you are saying, you're guarding what you're thinking, you're guarding what's inside. And remember, the tongue is very damaging, and so it can guard your soul from troubles. Verse 24, "Proud, haughty, scoffer are his names, who act with insolence and pride. The desire of the sluggard puts him to death, for his hands refuse to work." So all these warnings get repeated against the proud, against the lazy person. "All day long he is craving, while the righteous gives and does not hold back." The righteous gets blessed, the hard worker gets blessed, the lazy man is always needing and craving and hungry. Verse 27, "The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination, how much more when he brings it with evil intent." God desires worship and obedience far above sacrifice. And so when sacrifice is done in even the wrong way, it's really bad. Verse 29, "A wicked man displays a bold face, but as for the upright, he makes his way sure. There is no wisdom and no understanding and no counsel that can succeed against the Lord." That's from the NIV adds, and that can succeed. There is nothing that we can fight against God. There's no armies and people that can come against God. Verse 31, "The horse is prepared for the battle, but victory belongs to the Lord." And so God is the one who sets the victory. We can build the house, but if we're not putting it before God, we're building in vain. And so we must always remember that God establishes our ways. As it says in Ecclesiastes 7:19, "Wisdom gives strength to the wise man, more than 10 rulers who are in the city. And commit your ways to the Lord, and your plans will be established." And so God doesn't want us to sit back and wait for him to do it. He wants us to plan. He wants us to move forward in faith. But we must remember that every victory is of the Lord.